Hello and welcome to Select 10. If you're like all of us and spend hours searching through Netflix to decide which shows to watch, we've got you covered. In this video, we've selected 10 of the top Netflix series that you may or may not have heard of more frequently. These are some of the best and most binge-worthy shows that you should add to your watch list. Now let's start the video. Number 10. The Sinner. It is a police procedural anthology series developed by Derek Simmons. Every season has a separate plot, and you can watch any season first. The protagonist of the narrative is Detective Harry Ambrose, who looks into incidents carried out by unusual suspects and tries to figure out their motives. While the majority of the cast varies throughout every season's story, only Harry is permanent. In the first season, Harry dives into the background of a problematic lady to figure out why she attacked an individual to death. In the second season, Ambrose returns to his homeland after a youngster admits to murdering a couple and becomes aware of truths that the residents are trying to keep hidden. Similarly, in the third and fourth seasons, he gets involved in different cases and tries to solve them. In the midst of each season's investigations, he wrestles with a number of significant issues, including toxic masculinity, childhood trauma, and religious faith. Overall, the show manages to be ominous and intense while also being unpredictable and twisting. Number 9. Lovesick. It is a sitcom created by Tom Edge. The show centers on a bunch of college buddies who stays together in an apartment and discuss their personal relationships. Fortunately, when one of the roommates, Dylan Witter, becomes infected with the sexually transmitted disease, he tries to get in touch with all of his prior girlfriends to alert them of his medical condition. The bulk of each episode is presented through a rewind, revealing Dylan's experiences with various women, alongside the transformations that his buddies go through. The series is packed with drama, laughter, and well-written subplots. The acting is excellent and grows stronger each season, and the narrative is brilliantly developed. Every single character's growth and the story progression are so compelling that they evoke every feeling, making the show uncomfortable, sad, and appealing. Number 8. The Last Kingdom. Because so many fans like the Vikings, not many people are aware of this finest historical drama. Even though it may not compare to the Vikings, this historical action show is a delight for fans of the genre. The story spans the years 866-878, when the mighty heathen army invades England and fundamentally alters the dynamic between the Vikings and the Saxons of England. The story follows Uhtred, a Saxon who was brought up by the Danes and later assists King Alfred of Wessex in an effort to ultimately retake the kingdom of Bebbanburg as continuing Viking invasions attempt to seize all of England. Here, the Vikings are known as Danes, who take Uhtred and nurture him as their very own after murdering his father when he was a young successor to his kingdom. Years later, when he sets out on a journey to reclaim his family's homeland, he is forced to make a choice between his native nation and the people he grew up with, putting his allegiances constantly in question. The series includes 5 outstanding seasons that are jam-packed with fantastic dialogue, superb acting, great characters, breathtaking battle scenes, and an exceptional storyline that just gets stronger as it moves on. Number 7. The End of the Effing World. It is a dark comedy drama series created by Jonathan Entwistle. First of all, don't misunderstand it by believing it to be a conventional teen romance show. It's not. The plot is based on the same named book and tells the tale of James, who thinks he is a psychopath, and Alyssa, a vengeful other student, who sees in James a way out of her chaotic home life. James has a hidden motivation for Alyssa when they first meet, and the two of them go on an odd expedition to find her father. In the meantime, James makes the decision to move on from simply killing animals to something more significant, and he already has a target in mind, and I think you can guess who. Throughout their trip, they experience desire for one another while becoming embroiled in a series of incidents that escalate as the journey goes on. The show's greatest strength isn't its dark peaks, rather, it's the lightheartedness and sensitive affection it uses to reveal those unexpected events. The series is entertaining, impulsive, and each episode is roughly 20 minutes long, making it extremely bingeable. Number 6. The Recruit. It is a spy action-adventure series created by Alexi Hawley. The series follows the story of Owen Hendricks, the newest employee at the CIA, who was supposed to have a secure office job. However, things do not turn out as he had hoped, and he is forced to delve into the field of intelligence after he meets an ally who tries to blackmail him and warns him to reveal the organization's hidden truths if she is not released from jail. He attempts to reach an agreement with her after learning of her ongoing connection with the CIA, but as he tries to carry out his responsibilities, he discovers himself in a battle with frightening individuals and entities and ends up risking his own safety. This may not be as popular as The Night Agent or have a cult following like Jack Ryan, but it has an outstanding plot that sets it apart from other shows of its kind. The sharp writing is the best part, but Noah Centinio's exceptional performance as Owen Hendricks breathes life into the show. It is without a doubt among the greatest Netflix shows ever. Number 5. Alice in Borderland. If you enjoyed The Squid Game, you must watch this one because it is similar but not entirely. The sci-fi element and intensely thrilling atmosphere of the show keep you wondering and questioning what is happening from the very first episode itself. The story revolves around many random strangers who somehow end up in the abandoned city of Tokyo and must engage in risky games with a unique category, challenge, and survival chance that grant visas. Here, a visa is nothing but a kind of pass that everyone there has to have, and if anyone fails to play the game or their current visa runs out, they get executed by laser beams fired from the clouds. At the center of this narrative are Arisu and his friends, who struggle to survive throughout the series as they begin to play games. Whether they can all survive is something you'll find out once you start watching. The second season ups the stakes for the narrative and games, delivers a heart-pounding thriller, and brings everything to an enjoyable conclusion at the finale. However, there are a few plot holes and questions left unanswered in the second season, increasing the likelihood of a third season. Number 4. The Crown. It is a historical drama series about the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. The series chronicles the royal family from her early rule in the 1950s to the present day. 3 actresses have portrayed Queen Elizabeth during the show's 4 seasons, each giving her an alternate viewpoint. The first season covers the years leading up to 1955, when Winston Churchill resigned as Prime Minister and Princess Margaret decided against marrying Peter Townsend. The second season spans the years beginning with the Suez Crisis in 1956 and ending with the birth of Prince Edward, Lord of Wessex, in 1964. Just like this, the third season spans the years 1964 to 1977, the fourth season takes from 1979 to 1990, and the fifth season takes place from 1991 to 1997. You might not know what these events are right now, but as soon as you start watching, you'll be totally engrossed in how they portray historical situations. The Crown is still a well-made drama, despite criticism for its inaccuracy at points, and the plot occasionally becomes shockingly interesting as the series covers historical controversies, rebellion attempts, and tyranny conspiracies. Number 3. Russian Doll. It is a comedy drama series created by Natasha Lyonne, Leslie Headland, and Amy Pohl. This has to be the least discussed Netflix show and one of the best hidden gems in the streaming service's vast collection of TV shows. The narrative centers on a woman, Nadia, who, while attending her 36th birthday celebration in the city of New York one evening, finds herself trapped in an eternal time paradox. In the course of these weird happenings, she keeps dying and resuming at the exact same point in the evening, but as she attempts to understand what is going on, she runs into an individual who is going through the exact same circumstance in another instance. To avoid giving away any surprises, we won't address the second season of the show here, but even that one has an insane plot. Overall, the show does a good job of managing character-focused drama while also adding a ton of new surprises and making changes to well-known time loop concepts. Season 2 lacks the newness of Season 1, but it is still entertaining and worth watching. Season 1 culminates so nicely and with such a great conclusion that it could have made an exceptional miniseries. Number 2. Elite. It is a thriller mystery series created by Carlos Montero and Dario Madrona. The plot of the show takes place at a privileged high school and centers on the relationships between rich students and middle-class kids who attend the school on scholarships. At school, wealthy students first isolate underprivileged students, but as the semester goes on, their personal lives become intertwined in a conflict of beliefs, anger, jealousy, and passionate attraction. However, everything changes unexpectedly when one of the students dies, turning everyone into a suspect. Every season's mysteries and topics have a distinct central plot that you will learn about by the end of each season. For instance, the Season 1 finale reveals the Season 2 primary narrative. The show tackles lots of drama with a good story, which, by the way, is hard to find in any teen show. It has great twists, but it also touches on more contemporary concerns, like a wide range of intimate themes. Each season uses a back-and-forth pattern to move the plot forward, with an unresolved mystery in the middle that takes place in two timelines, before the incident and after it. Do watch it if you're looking for a show to watch over a few weeks or are in the mood to binge. Number 1. Bodyguard. It is a political drama action thriller created by Jed Mercurio. If you like shows like The Night Agent, this one is for you, along with those who are action thriller fans. The show revolves around security officer David Budd, a PTSD-afflicted British Army soldier who currently works for the Expert Security Division of the Metropolitan Police of London Department. In his latest mission, he is tasked with serving as Julia Montague, primary bodyguard. Julia is an aspiring Secretary of State whose political views he hates. But as he begins to disagree with Montague's views and character, his duty to safeguard Julia quickly becomes challenging. The interesting part is whether he can shield her from danger or whether he himself represents a threat. The plot brings up divisive topics, including post-traumatic stress disorder, the political implications of censorship, acts of terrorism, and the authorities' tracking of individuals' confidential data and its oversight. Upon its initial debut, the series was lauded for its extremely gripping opening episode, which was genuinely exceptional and made people bite their nails with suspense. The action is beyond the ordinary and beautifully fits the topic and plot. It's only a mini-series, which is the only sad thing. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.